Hey guys, I'm hoping that this camera is a little bit better quality and I have a microphone on, so I'm hoping that's a little bit better quality. I'm trying. I don't know anything about technology, but I'm really trying. Okay, so I feel like, let's see if this works. There's like a chant that I made up that I always sing like when I need to raise my vibration. And I'm not a great singer, but you don't have to be when you're just singing to yourself. So now I'm going to sing it for you guys and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Om And then I usually go into Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Everything is always working out for me. It will all be worth it in the end. Life is but a dream. Revive all the peace and love that's died in me. Love is the only thing I see. So Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian meditation. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And then I added on like more words over time as I felt like inspired. It used to be really long. I haven't like done the whole thing in a long time. I don't know, I've just been feeling really heavy lately, guys. And maybe you guys are feeling this too. I feel like it's so hard to feel hopeful in a world that's like crumbling around us. Like, no matter your political views or, you know, your stance on really anything, it's hard because the world's just not the way that it used to be, and we used to not have to think about it. We just lived. Like, if you think about 20 years ago, you weren't contemplating the things that we not even contemplate, but they're in the back of our mind every day. It's like, you know, and maybe it's like ever since 9/11, or maybe it's just ever since COVID. It definitely probably started before that, at least for me. But I think maybe that's when like a lot of people started feeling it, where it's just like things will never be the same again. And, you know, honestly for me, it was the eclipse in 2017. It was like, I just felt so much energy from that. Like, I remember when it happened, I was working at an animal shelter, and at like the exact time of day, I just like put down everything I was doing and I just walked out into the middle of the woods and sat on this giant rock and just like cried. And like, you know, everybody else had like their eclipse glasses on and they were like just like excited for it, and it, to me, it just felt like it feels now. It's like not a good thing and not a bad thing. It's just like change. And I don't like change. I have a lot of Taurus in my chart. I mean, you know, for what that's worth. I do believe that astrology impacts us because, you know, stars and planets are light, and they are light that's faced in our direction, just like the sun. And whatever they are in reality and wherever they are in reality, like, we probably have no idea. But that light is streaming down, just like the sun. And light and sound are energy, so even if they aren't light, even if they are sound, like, light and sound is energy. And the sun is the biggest source of our energy. And, you know, the planets make sound. And so whatever you believe that planets are or are not, or whatever shape they may be in, or whether they're even solid or not, I have no idea. How can anybody really know what they are, you know? If one thing's a lie, everything's a lie. And I believe there's only 7 truths in this world. And they're the universal laws. And I think that that's why astrology has an impact. That's why the eclipse had an impact. Like, I am very sensitive to energy. And I think that's why I really don't like technology, or don't understand technology, don't get along with technology. I want to so bad. I want to so bad. But it just, like, I don't know. It just, like, doesn't behave well around me, or I don't behave well around it, but, like, on an energetic level. So it's always been difficult, like, my whole life to, like, really get into technology, because I feel like as soon as I, like, own it or work with it, it, like, deteriorates somehow. And yeah, so I've just been feeling really heavy because it's like, I hate change, and I like to know. I like to know, like, what's happening, but that's impossible. We can't know those things. And so unless you have your head buried in the ground every day, there is a little sense of unknown that we live with every single day. And I want to like revel in it, you know, I want to, like right now I have like full body chills, like I like the unknown. I like pulling things out of the unknown because that's what creation energy is. Like, oh, my whole body is like tingling right now. Arms, legs, chest, all of it, like full body tingles. But it's also scary. It's darkness, you know, it's the void. The void. And one of the most important people I ever met in my life, I actually met on a dating app. It didn't end up being like a romantic relationship. It ended up being like soul evolution, like to an extreme degree. But their dating profile said, I've stared into the void and the void has stared back. And like, yeah, I love that and I feel that and I want that, you know. I want to stare into the void and I want to know it. I want it to look back at me and I want it, you know, till we're just like two energies seeing into each other and going in infinitely both directions. Like, and that's really what we are, right? Like, it's so crazy. So crazy. Like, energy is so crazy. But, yeah, I don't know. So I'm trying to make these videos. I don't know what they're supposed to be about, but I know I'm supposed to be making them. Like, I just feel so called to make them. And I also feel like I'm being like tested not to make them, and it makes me want to make them more. And so it's like, I don't even know what they're supposed to be about. I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking to you guys about or telling you about, or I don't know. So let me know. If you want to know anything, let me know. Like, I'll give you my perspective on it. But I just think like, I don't know. I'm here. I'm here. And I want to know that other people are there. I love when you guys comment on my stuff and talk to me. I had a full-blown, like, 38 comments back and forth conversation with somebody on one of my videos, and, like, that was special to me, honestly. Like, just talking to somebody so, like, random. I have no idea, like, what you even look like, what your name is. Like, you ultimately don't know me at all, but, like, here we are, reaching into the void, grasping at each other. So, well, grasping, you know, around, trying to reach someone, or touch someone, or connect with someone. You know, the more that this world becomes run by AI and technology and whatever else is going to come, you know, I feel like real human connection, real true relatability and friendship is going to be hard to come by. And I just want you guys to know, like, I'm here, and I appreciate that you're out there, and I want to give my perspective, and I want to hear perspectives, and I just want to grow. Like, I'm always, every day I'm just like seeking growth, and in any way that presents itself, you know. It's like when I scroll through my feed, like, I'm friends with people that have all types of perspectives. Like, I don't block anybody. I mean, unless you're like a abusive to me or something. But, like, really abusive. Like, spamming, you know, you want to say one mean thing, like, go for it. Let's talk about it. But, you know, like, there are people I have blocked in my lifetime is all I'm saying. But, you know, I never try to, like, discount anybody's opinions, because those are your opinions. And the more opinions that we know about, the broader our perspective is, the higher we're able to see across a broad span of opinions, of thoughts, of, you know. And I never, like, really, you know, accept this, but never really, like, put my opinions out there, because what are opinions, you know? I can give advice, I can hear what you're going through, and I can relate it to something that I've been through, and I can tell you how I handled that situation. But, like, and yeah, like, I guess that's an opinion of how you could handle it, but that is, like, not, you know. People are very adamant about their opinions, and it's foolish, because that's your opinion. It can change at any moment, and it should be able to change at any moment. And we don't know the truth about anything. Like, anything. Our brain and our heart and the capabilities that exist solely inside of the human body, let alone, like, the ocean and the sky, and, you know, what we're doing here, where we are, you know, and all of that is speculative. And, you know, as above, so below. So if all of that out there and in here is speculative, then anything that you're going through in your daily life, any opinion that you have, is based on speculation. You know, and it's important to know that you don't know anything. That's such an important opinion or belief to have, because it allows you to stare into the void and allow it to stare back without staring at the void and telling it what it is. You're a void. You know, this darkness that I'm staring into is just a void. You label it and you make an opinion about it, and that's all it can be to you. What do you do when it stares back? Or can it stare back at you if you hold that opinion so tightly and so adamantly? Like, does it want to stare back at you? Probably not. And so, you know, does it want you to see what magic it does contain? I wouldn't. If you're adamant that I'm a bad person, like, I'm not going to try to prove you wrong. I'm just going to be like, cool, you think I'm a bad person. I'll go be a great person to somebody else. So, you know, I just think, like, if you don't allow the void to stare back at you, if you don't take everything with a grain of salt, take everything with a grain of, I don't know the truth, then you lose out on the ability to be inspired or to create something, you know? I want to look into the void and have it stare back and inspire me to paint what it looks like, to write a poem about what I see, to get on here and tell you guys, like, you're not gonna believe what I just did, you know? Like, I want that capability. And so if I stare into the void and I say, you're darkness, and You're a void, and nothing's in there. And this is, I'm saying this like metaphorically for every opinion you have in your life. Then I'm not going to pull inspiration out of that. I'm not going to pull positive inspiration out of that. You know, I can always just draw a black circle. But I don't know. Also, I write poetry. Actually, now I'm like inspired. I'm just going to read one. The last one I wrote. I just have to get into my notes app. Hold on. How long is this video? Ooh, 20 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's hard to hold focus that long. Okay, so it's called Finding Myself. Who am I, or what am I? Look to the sky, wanting to fly. Why must I be tied to this land, to this man, to this hand? I enjoy safety, but bravely I want to roam away from home. Ball and chain I must remain till I go insane. Sturdiness I feign. I am truth, I am chaos, I am optimism, I am love. I want to break free, soar as far as can be, as far as you can see. I need to find me. Stagnancy makes me queasy and uneasy, however change causes me to disengage. The truth I must face, I must pick up the pace before I allow too much space to erase anything I love. So, yeah, I'm here, growing, trying to pick up the pace, trying to find inspiration in the void. And I hope you guys stick around because I feel like I'm gonna figure it out. Whatever it is I'm supposed to be making these videos about, I'm gonna figure it out. And I hope you're here for it.